But
Okay, well, let's see. I got to do that. Oh, got to do one other thing. Do that.
hi, Melody. Hi, Lisa Marie. I think I said
There we go.
Deborah,
Everybody's coming in,
Karen,
which is
Jody.
good.
Hey, Coach Bob.
All right.
Now, Arthur.
All right. Well, welcome, everybody. It is Sunday,
Is that
August
roaring,
8th.
roaring? Is that roaring Arthur? Instead of roaring kitty, it's roaring Arthur.
Yeah, the way he's going. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, welcome every. Excuse me. Take two. Welcome everybody. So glad to have you with us today. It is August 18th, 2024, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are because you are watching us right now. It is time for the Imaginators.
Yes.
And just got to say, everybody is helping to get us over a great landmark. We're at 7,390 subscribers, 10 more away. We have grown very well over the last week. And with your help, we will grow even more. 7,400 is the next goal. Of course, then 7,500, 10,000, and that magic 100,000. So we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for sharing this. And thank you for sharing the messages that we have to share with those that have ears to hear. Today, AMA, Imaginators. Boy, I don't know why I had AMA on the mind there, but so you participate with the Imaginators. Very simple. You can ask a question either in Zoom or on YouTube in the chats. If you're on Zoom and you want to join us, if you're on YouTube and you want to join us in the Zoom chat, the link is at the top of the YouTube chat. Just click on that little black bar and it will bring you right in here to our Zoom room. And that's where you get to talk to Robert directly, Robert and Terry directly, and everybody else, of course. So, that being the case, as a reminder, if you want to do it directly with Robert, besides typing your questions and Terry in the chats, look on the very bottom. Put your cursor right where my little nose is, right here. Yeah, there you go, Robert. That's it. Point, point, point. And then look at the very bottom. There is a list of buttons. One of those buttons is raise hand. Click on that button and we will call on you in the order in which we receive it. So far, I see Lisa Marie and Bill Shoemaker's hands up. They will be participating just after we hear from Robert. So let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, our GPS to success, our mentor, and of course, our dear friends, Terry and Robert Hollis.
Hello, Imaginators. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you for getting on here. And I want to start out, before I say anything, I want to start out by showing you guys a little video. For some of you that have seen it, you'll get it. Craig is going to do this flawlessly. Watch this.
Oh, wouldn't you know it? All right, here we go. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Come on. No problem.
All right, here we are.
If you've learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not two nuts. 3 is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is overglorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
You guys enjoy that? I'll allow, Craig, make sure it's got 8 million views on it. And then I seen like 5 other versions that had a couple of million views on it. I would suggest that all of you watch that video a number of times and take notes. There is so many golden nuggets in that. He condensed it. The guy that actually did the video did a TED Talk so you could watch the whole thing. But I just wrote down a couple of notes here. So he says the beginning person has to be doing things to allow them to be easy to follow. So what they're doing is easy to follow.
It's not the foxtrot.
All right.
Damn it.
I don't have to say any names, but some of you still think it's important to be complex instead of simple. Got all these things you need to do, right? All right. And then I love where he said, at first it's risky to do it. But then when everyone starts to come in, it's risky not to do it. See, because you don't want to be a person that's not doing this. So in a blink of an eye, you go from it's risky to go over there and do that. And then all of a sudden you feel like a nut for not being involved. You guys following that? I know you guys have felt this. Been at an event, all of a sudden they do the wave. You're like, or you're in a training and it says, how many people would like to be successful? And you're like, I'm not raising my hand for fucking nobody. That's how much of a rebel I am. How many people like to be happy? Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I'm the cool person, not going to raise my hand. Guys know any people like that? Like everybody else steps up? Everybody get up. Not me. Not me. I'm going to prove to everyone that I don't do anything that anyone says. And I'm going to fucking complain about it because I'm broke. Really interesting people, but there's a lot of them out there. And then the other one is, it's not about you. It's about the movement. It's not about you. It's about the movement. You get no momentum and no movement when you make it about you. So I rewatched my training with Jefferson Santos and just seeing how all the messages that I've gotten, it's like everybody, some people got slideshows, and it's like their goal is to sound complicated and educated. And I stood up and said, I knew as a little child that I was special. I don't think I'm that smart. I said, I don't think I'm that smart 3 times. They asked me to do it 15 minutes. I did it in 11. So then he's like, you're done? I got to ask you more questions. And then it's funny, for those of you that did watch my training yesterday, I sort of duplicated it on AMA, right? So I don't need to show you guys screenshots, because the last one I posted, I had over 20. Last night while I'm watching mixed martial arts, I got another 2. So now I'm at 22. And I just want to tell you guys, I really am not interested in learning how to do trade knees. But I know how to be the lone nut. I know how to be a person that shows action so other people want to be a part of the movement. You got it? So I'm doing my best. I told you guys what my imagination was, to have 1 million active people in my group on subscription. And you guys are going to just watch me do it. And I'm not leaving out anything. See, I was talking to a guy today. He's brand new in the group. And almost every word he said, he's 61 years old, and almost every word is what we've heard our entire family, including me, talk about. It's just, wow, all of this rah, 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 in your head just constantly. And like it stops us from doing everything in life, right? And if you listen to the training that what Jefferson said to me, he goes, I get it. I get it. I now see what Robert's doing. He's full of energy. He's full of laughter. He laughs. He tells people they're idiots and then laughs, and they go, yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. And I'm constantly sharing the video with those that have ears to hear. That little 4-minute video went over 7,000 views. Are all of you going to keep letting me promote that 4-minute video, and then when they ask for more information, show them the longer video? Are you guys just going to watch me go up the leaderboard? How many people were on the AMA yesterday? We all congratulated Coach Bob. I went by Coach Bob because he slept last night. So now I'm ahead of Coach Bob. I'm in the top 10. Any one of you want to bet against me? I told you I was going to go to the top of the leaderboard. I'm going to go to Master Affiliate. And you guys are my family. And I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing. So like Jefferson said, it was perfect. He goes, you just don't care what anybody thinks. No, this is my family. I get to be honest. I don't do a lot of thinking. I do a lot of fucking doing. You guys hear me? I don't spend a lot of time thinking. I spend a lot of time on my knees. Don't I? Or you don't?
Yes, you're outside. I don't know what
Yeah.
you're doing out there.
So Gary Brecka said, do breathing exercises, get grounded. And I thought, wow, net time, no extra time. What could I do together? So I do my meditating and my prayer and my connection time. The same time I'm doing my breathing techniques on my knees on the ground, being grounded. Oh, he said another thing. You ever notice that when the sun comes up in the morning, that you can stare at it? You can stare at sunrises and sunsets. Hard to stare at the sun in the middle of the day. And I thought, wow, if I just got up, got on my knees where the sun comes up on this side of the house, do everything that I need to do. Wow. So there was a lot of things that I heard in that training yesterday that Craig brought up something. I thought that was an incredible magical training that Jefferson Santos put together. There was some great people on there. And then Craig reached out to me and said, why did they mess it up? And I go, I have no clue. And so I reached out to Jefferson Santos, and I said, why did you do that? And he said, well, the younger generations like it speeded up, and they also like jump cuts in it. And I said, that's awesome. That's awesome. I said, is there any way that I could get the original file that you recorded on Wistia? Because, some people don't like that. And he tried to do the bullshit leadership shit that he learned from other people. And he says, is one person complaining or 50? And I said, Jefferson Santos, what if it was just me? What if it's just me? One fucking person. Can I get the raw file? Yes or no? And he says, I'll get it to you as quick as I can. So yeah, it's like
just record it yourself.
Yeah, and then he goes, he apologized. He said, Megan, I spent 4 hours on that video running it through that software. And Megan said, I need to spend more time bringing in people instead of editing videos. And I said, wow, your wife's like mine, right on the money. I said, if I were you, I'd stop editing your videos for somebody else. You'll attract better people. So that's my opening statements. I hope you guys liked them. All right. So, I do have one other thing to say, and it's going to be short. Thank you, each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart, for being the lone nuts. I mean, honestly. I go out there and I start dancing, and some of you are like, wow, fuck, he's not going to stop that stupid shit. I might as well get in there and start dancing with him. You know what I mean? And for those of you that do it, I'm telling you, if you do it for your people, no, you just do it. And all of you should have 24 lone nuts on a Zoom every week. Got it? Yeah. Oh, my Lord, Debbie. Haven't seen Debbie in a long time. Yeah, Debbie, you.
There she is. Welcome, Debbie. I think today is her first day, so
thank you.
Welcome to the Imaginators group. All right.
So hi, Rebecca, Daniel, Jamie, Deb. I don't know if I missed anybody. Kai, Lucas came on late. Peter and Linda have 5 accounts, so one of those came on late. And
I won't let him talk to you like that.
Oh,
hey.
there's the other one. It just popped up.
I'll take that shit.
Hey. All right, so go ahead. Let's do the Imaginator thing. Yeah, again, I said everything yesterday and twice. It's like, the people that are not tapped into their imagination of creating a life better for them and the people that they love, if you can't each and every day be plugged into that imagination, then you got to find a way. You got to find a way. So, all right.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for sharing that, Robert. Appreciate you. All right. We have 3 hands up. Jody Falcon, Lisa Marie Cook. You guys are coming up. But first, Bill Shoemaker, he raised his hand. Go right ahead, Bill. Unmute yourself and please share with us.
Thank you, amazing Craig.
Thank you. And by the way, everybody, I will post yesterday's AMA in the chat. So if you have not seen it yet, you'll be able to quickly find it here.
Great AMA. Thank you, Craig.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
We're praying for you. I am doing amazing, brother. Thank you so much. I'm excited. And when you said you spend a lot of time on your knees, I go, what on earth is he doing to Terry?
Scrubbing the kitchen floor.
I'm begging for forgiveness.
You worship the ground she walks on.
I'm begging for forgiveness, please, honey. Keep me on another day.
Business first. This is weird. At 11:29, it said Terry Hollis accepted your money. And at the same time, it said your cash has been refunded for your protection.
I didn't know what I was doing. I hit the accept button, and then this morning I hit the accept button, and he was in the room with me, and I'm like, well, shit. Now it said that it was just sent back. And he said, well, you don't have any of your shit set up on your Cash App. So I had to go in and put all this crap in my Cash App first.
Oh, okay. So we can still do it when you get it together.
Yeah, mine, it's all together. I did it already. I didn't know I had to do all that.
I'll do it again.
Do any of you procrastinate on doing things you're supposed to?
I didn't know
all the time. All the
time. I'm either going to donate it to some monkeys, or I donate to a golden retriever, a lady that takes in all kinds of golden retrievers and stuff. I'll probably do the golden retriever.
I love golden retrievers. You know, I used to sleep with one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I took care of some people's houses. They were
I thought you were talking about monkeys.
Talk about golden retriever. His name was Chance. He's no longer with us.
I don't have a problem sleeping with a monkey or a dog,
but he would always sleep with me. That's
what
he liked to do.
They're good dogs.
do you still watch dogs?
My own.
Oh, okay.
My own. No, I was watching a house. The dog came with the house.
Oh, got it.
Which was pretty nice to live in a nice big house for free.
Little company too.
Very nice.
Yeah. So anyway, yesterday's trading did catch my ear, and I talked to Luke this morning, and I said, "So have you reached out to anybody?" And he goes, "Yeah, a few people." And I go, "Well, what did you say to them?" And he started talking. I go, "That's your problem. You said something. Don't say anything." And you know, I want to download that video and put it on my channel, but I want to promote your channel as well. So I'll be promoting your video on your channel, right?
I tell people all the time. It's like you know, there's if I would probably say to you guys that I'm just so into abundance that I know that there's enough. And so I don't need to take anybody's video. The one that we shared with you and the one that Craig, I'm sure, shared in the link is the person that got 8 million views on it. It's David Shaver. I like promoting other people. I want other people to promote me. And so I love promoting other people. And it's like, you always get these people all the time that go, yeah, but if I share somebody else's video off their YouTube channel or Facebook page, then they're going to steal my people. And that and other thoughts are why money doesn't come to you. Because
that's why people have the wrong mindset.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. I you know, when yeah, so thank you, Bill. Yeah, I just if people want to get trained, I add both videos to I added both videos to the playlist
right.
for what is it? Trade Stars. There's so many things going so fast. And yeah, I think maybe on AMA or maybe Inner Circle, you know, if you guys want to see the chats that I get from people, it's just like, oh my God, it's like so simplistic. It's like, wow, this is great. I have some information. I need some more information. I have some questions. Great. I show them the longer video. And then they go, but I don't quite understand how it works. Well, then it's the playlist. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, I have some other questions. It's 3 Telegram groups, it's TradeStar, the Akashx community, and then the Akashx trade signals. And then when they reached back and said, well, I still have some questions. And I just say straight out, are you a person that would rather ask questions than get the right information from experts? I don't know Vietnamese or Tradenese. Why, if you're not going to watch the videos, that means that you're not going to get it hooked up and you're not going to follow instructions and it's not going to work anyway. And then I say, listen, could you do me a huge personal favor? Do you know of anyone that doesn't ask questions, that just wants to make money? It's like because some people are stuck in question mode. And I'm not going to get into that. I'm like, listen, check out these wins. Well, how do I know if people are going to get their money back? It's because if you went to the watched any of the videos or went to the results on any of the Telegram groups, you would see people got results. My question is if other people are successful, why do you believe that you won't be? I know why. Because you're not done asking questions. So ask some more questions. Yeah, a girl out of Philippines reached out to me and said, hey, what about this? And I've now recruited 3 people that have tried to cross pitch me.
That's awesome.
They're like, listen, are you familiar with crypto? I said, familiar with crypto? I have 8,600 people underneath me doing trading in crypto.
Here's
Check
a crypto
this out.
king.
So yeah, thank you, Bill.
One other question, I was going over the rules like I told you yesterday.
I'm already lost. I didn't go through the rules.
Well, it says that you have to have a minimum of 5 trading days a week. So if you're only doing 1 or 2 trades, how does that work? I don't know.
I would say that the person that created TradeX Mastery probably knows exactly how many trades that are happening. So I'm sure that the rules are probably a boilerplate, from lawyers, and that would be my thoughts.
Oh, okay. Well, so anyway, what you're doing is very, very duplicatable.
What I've done my whole life.
Anybody can share that 4-minute video.
Yeah.
That's all they got to do. So thanks.
Yeah, it's you guys have heard me say this since you've been around me. It doesn't make a difference if you've been around me for 10 years, 20 years, or the whole 37. I'm sorry, honey. Is saying as little as possible to as many people as I can, as fast as I can. And so
that's it.
Today in my connection time, that the lone nut video came to me. And like, how fast can I explain to people what I'm doing? I'm just ignorance on fire, and I'm full of energy and optimism, and that attracts a movement. Right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, brother, that I'm going to be trading with $250,000. But right now I need to promote the promotion before I really start getting into trading with that $250,000, right? I got it. I got it.
That's what I do. See, one of the things I realize, one of the things I understand right away when you think of the principles of the cash flow quadrant, all right, and Warren Buffett's principles, is again, the thing that made me millions of dollars is residual. Another thing is leverage, so other people's efforts. Got it? Right? And then the other one's other people's money. So I understand leverage very well. And so I could learn to trade, and there's no doubt in my mind I'll pass the challenge, and there's no doubt in my mind that I'll be making money. For me personally, I know that I probably have like an $800 check from Jumpstart coming next Thursday because I focused on the promotion. So my goal is 100 traders, 1,000 traders, 10,000 traders. And so I want to say to people, they're going like, well, I don't understand how you make $500,000 a month. Well, because I have 10,000 people that are just traders in my group.
Right.
So it's funny because Kamal KC, Craig's met him. He's a chef. He'll be 1K by the end of this month. I mean, end of this day. So he's right now at 900. Personally recruited 7, has 2 of those people that recruited 1 already. And there's no better story in this industry than Sandy's story. You know, so when you got Big Al Schroeder, you know, he says, listen, duplication is when you bring in somebody and then they bring in somebody. So true duplication is really 3 levels deep. People don't know it. So you don't know what you're doing unless you have somebody that brought in somebody that brought in somebody. And, you know, it's funny. People got involved with me right after the promotion. Right after I got involved in the $50,000 promotion. And those people, I made $1,000 with TradeX Mastery by just promoting my link. Any of you on TradeX Mastery? You have a link back there. So the only difference that I'm doing is that when it's on the promo, if you look at your link that says prop in front of it, prop, P-R-O-P dot Trade Mastery, and then your affiliate link. So I'm getting people on Akashx. They go, what's the next step? And I go, listen, here's my link. And I send them the link and I go, watch this video, put your name in that link. So that means that all the people that I've gotten on the system, when they don't listen and they blow up their account, then when they buy a new one, TradeX Mastery sends me money.
Them blowing up their account.
You never thought about that. You know what you should do? You should follow every trader. Go. And where it says 0.5 or 0.2, put 5.0. Blow that bitch up and buy another one. No, I would never, ever do that because people do that on their own. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's funny. A guy was saying to me just this morning, I did a Zoom with him. His name is Charles. And he said, so what are we going to do after the promotion? And I go, man, that's the biggest procrastinator statement I ever heard in my life.
Promote. That's what you do after the promotion.
I was like, so I go from 149 and 25,000, and they're going to teach you to do it, to, hey, listen, it's 149. And then you got to make up your mind if you want to get 200,000 in funding or just 10,000. Because that's how I made 500 of my $1,000 before the promotion. So some people will wait till, 6 o'clock on the 20th Pacific time. And then they're going to say, man, I wish they would extend this promotion. And it doesn't make a difference because when they do, you won't do shit anyway. So it's like, people doing people's stuff. I do the same stuff. I've missed out on stuff because I procrastinate. I just don't want to miss out on this one.
So let me get that straight. You said that once you sign somebody up with Akashx, you immediately send them a TradeX Mastery link?
Yep.
That's important.
Yeah, because this is what I say to them. I just very simply say, Bill, I'll do a role play with you quick. Well, you seen the video? Yeah. Well, listen, here's my Akashx link, akashx.com, Hollis, my username here. First step is sign up with Akashx. I'll get an email. And when I get an email, I'll tell you the next step. And they go, okay, I got the email that I purchased Akashx. Now what? And I said, this is going to be funny, but, Josh Wagle, the owner, mentioned it in the video. And then when you just checked out with Akashx, it was in the print. And it said that you needed to then put your email into TradeX Mastery. Let me just send you that link. Let me know when you get an email from TradeX Mastery.
Wow.
Okay, I got it. Great. Do the completion, fill out that form, just like in the video. And then they come back and they go, so now what? I said, have you gotten your credentials? And I sent them a screenshot of mine. And they go, no, I haven't got that yet. I go, great. We got to go over to Akashx, a community. Are you on Telegram? No. Next step is Telegram. We're going to go to the Akashx community, and under help, I want you to put, I'm waiting for my TradeX mastery credentials. This is my email. Click, they get a response, send it out. I said, did you get the credentials? Yeah. Let's watch the video. Enter them into Trade Locker, enter them into Start. You guys, I'm getting this down, huh?
Yeah. Shouldn't they check their junk mail first, though?
If they're not an MSN subscriber like you, no. Hey, that was a good memory. Huh? Yeah, Bill, it happens to a lot of people. Yeah. So I just tell them, hey, go to search, put in TradeX Mastery, say where it fell. I haven't found someone that hasn't gotten an email, but they think they didn't.
Support. It's support. It's not TradeX. It just says support.
What?
The email says support. It doesn't say TradeX Mastery on it.
I think it says support at TradeX Mastery.
Yeah, but it's big bold letters.
You want some money? I got some money. Any other questions, Bill?
You've been awesome. Love you guys.
I love you too. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. For some people, the belief is going to be not that it's already documented with proof, but Bill, I do get that some people feel the need to be able to do I said this, but didn't, ignored it. But I said, I'm going to do tap to trade. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to win this challenge. And similar to the other things I've gotten involved in, I really felt the need that I wanted to get a withdrawal that I could show people in my bank account. For whatever reason, there was too many success stories like Wheezy's that made me realize, I'm putting people in good hands here. And then the more that I listened to the videos, and then sort of did my investigation and came across things that I share with my inner circle and the imaginators that I now know who's behind it. Once I came up with that thought, there's been a lot of things that have confirmed that. A lot of things. Like all of a sudden, Jay-Z reaching out and saying, hey, did you check your Cash App? I was like, well, how does he know that TradeX Mastery is paying me? Because I think he probably just hit the button. Get this.
The problem
37 years, Bill, 37 years in this industry. Never have I ever had an owner call me and go, check your account. And Josh does it to me all the frickin' time.
Wow.
he'll send me on a message on Thursday and go, damn, you got a nice check coming. And I'm like, the guy is he's a savant. He's a genius in so many ways. And so thank you, Bill. What was something else?
Well, I was just going to say the reason why I procrastinated on connecting to people was that I was so freaking excited about TradeX Mastery and making money in the stock market that it just kind of blocked out the other part.
Sure.
But now I'm back down. I traded for 11 hours, did 145 trades in 4 days. I made $600 though.
Yay.
That day. So I put myself above the 50,000. So I proved that I could make money. And actually that day I could have made 3,000 easy. Right. Anybody could, if they put one trade in and bet on gold going up and put a trailing stop on it, they would have made a few $1,000.
You love talking trade knees, man.
I know. I had to put it in there. I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. Because
but But the
just
potential
know,
is amazing.
just know that Warren Buffett and Charles Munger, as you guys keep saying this stuff, you're soon going to be responsible for helping other people make money because they're going to reach out to you, and most of you can't help your fucking selves. So you're going to say, I'm going to help you. And once you help somebody and the trade goes wrong, I'm telling you.
Oh, well, there's a disclaimer. There's a disclaimer. And I do have a
Hey,
system.
Bill,
I do have a
listen. A disclaimer has nothing to do with people's feelings.
Well, I'm sorry. Some people's feelings are going to get hurt. That's just the way it is.
Not with me.
You don't hurt people's feelings?
They think I do.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying.
But I don't put them in a situation where they open up their app and see nothing but red.
Well, what I'm saying is just know that there's a risk involved. I always put a disclaimer if I tell somebody to do something, I'll show them.
Okay, Bill. I'm don't ever say that I didn't warn you. Okay?
All right. And it's recorded.
Yeah, so just understand that people that have a lot of talent and a lot of gifts, like Warren Buffett and Charles Mungers, got out of the business of managing other people's money and teaching them how to trade because they knew the results of everybody being unique. And so if they're unique, they all have different feelings. They all have different connections. And looking in their account, doing something that someone told them, and then seeing a negative about. There's already people that have reached out to me. Some of you are going, hey, it's my fault. But there's a lot of people that have reached out to me and went, listen, I did exactly what I thought I was supposed to do, and I lost money, and I'm quitting.
Right.
And there's a person that said, well, did you click that risk disclaimer? Yeah. Stop being a fucking baby. That doesn't help those people. They trusted you. Okay?
Human nature. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that if people get involved in Akashx and learn from the experts, that they might tell them that. I'm not going to teach anybody trading. I'm not interested in doing that in any way, shape, or form.
There's one thing that drives the markets. Do you know what it is?
People.
Emotional people.
People. Yeah, dogs don't carry wallets. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's people. It's totally people. And then there's people that have no emotions that play games with those that have. And so, yeah, I would show people how to get connected to Akashx and get connected to the people, but you know, I'm really not interested in being the doctor for nutritional products or the scientist or, you know, some kind of CBD, and I'm just not that person. I'm not the person that I'll say it this way, Bill, and we'll stop talking about it. Some people are okay coming, and it's so funny. I looked up and I seen where it says expert secrets. It was just the download that happened to me. Some people pretend to be experts with no evidence or documentation. And there's other people that I seen the post, the more I know, the less I know. And so I don't feel comfortable because I'm willing to admit that I'm not an expert. I have no problem whatsoever. It's like, what are you doing? Believe it or not, as little as possible. I'm okay with someone that, you know, wins 70% of their deals, and it might be too slow for you. And if it is too slow for you, then I advise you to, you know, let's check back in a month and 2 months while I use compounding and following experts, and let's look at each other's accounts. Let's see who wins and doesn't take risk. So I love you, Bill. I know you're going to do whatever you want to do. And so
you know it. You know it. You know me well, brother. You know me well.
Yeah. I will. I said I'd say one more thing, but I'm going to say one other thing. Do you guys know when we watched that video that it says easy to follow? Bill, as soon as you told me how many trades you did and how long you did it, I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? That was my first thought. What is wrong with this guy? Who's going to do that?
I wouldn't expect anybody to do that. I was in the laboratory just
Right.
having
But I'm
fun.
saying I would never say it. Me and Terry have over her mom's house, and please don't. This is not about you, Bill. Don't take it personal, right?
I won't. I
So-
don't take it personal anymore.
Yeah. So we go over to her parents, and they have a neighbor. What is his name? Darnell. And the first way that he introduces himself is he goes, "Hey, Robert, how's it going?" I said, "Great." And he's going, "Yeah, I knocked down a fifth of Black Daniels last night." And I'm like, boy, you are a moron on such a high level, man. It's like, like that's what he wants to be known for, that he drinks too much whiskey and he looks like a drunk. I'm just like, wow, you really think that stuff is cool? And we become who we hang around, because before this industry and before knowing that my thoughts are things, right? It was like I get done with work and we sit around, have a couple of drinks, and I did 82 hours I flagged this week. And then we sit there and brag about how much we overworked our fucking selves.
I know. Such a braggart and so self-centered. I know.
Yeah. And so, if you're talking to people, it's like, hey, you know what? I made $600. I worked 48 hours in a row and drank a bunch of Mountain Dew and some coffee. And I'm like,
And down to fifth of whiskey. Yep.
so I love you, Bill. I love
you too, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bill, thank you so very much. All right. Arthur's hand went up. He will be coming up, of course, after Lisa Marie. But first, I'm sorry, after Jody Falcon. But first, Lisa Marie. She was next. So there she is. Lisa Marie, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Lisa Marie. Yay, we can hear you.
All right, awesome. How are you guys?
Hot damn.
How are you, love?
My knee hurts, but that's okay.
Oh, my hip hurts, but I'm cool.
I'm just saying, he asked. My
Hey,
knee bothered me.
hey, I'm highly blessed, and
I still walk 2 miles.
That's right.
a day, so I'm
Oh,
ready to
good
go.
for you.
Right?
That's awesome, Terry.
The
That's all
dogs.
that
get
counts.
help.
yeah, I feel like I've been to the place behind you. That's cool.
I know, isn't that? I love the
Yes.
river. I love the river. I want to go kayaking tonight, so that's going to keep it on my mind.
Oh, very
Right.
cool.
Okay, so I got a couple of thank yous and a small win. First of all, Craig, thank you again so much for helping me with my audio. What a stupid thing. It was a stupid thing.
No, it was a simple thing.
It was a simple thing. Yeah. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. And Arthur, thank you for that video that you made for the Android users. That was very, very helpful. Very helpful. And Robert,
Did he post it in the group someplace?
I believe he did. Oh, you didn't. Oh, he must have just, yeah, I guess not.
I believe I have it. And with your permission, Arthur, can I post it in Imaginators group?
Yeah, he says yes. Awesome.
Okay,
Yes,
very good.
that
I
was
will do
very,
that.
very helpful.
I
So-
will
I
find
sent it
that
to
and share
you.
that later.
I only sent it to you because you messaged me on Facebook saying you were having issues.
Right, right.
And then
Well,
Faith
actually,
had
I
messaged me
wasn't.
too. She had issues, so I sent it to her too.
Yeah.
Thank you,
yeah.
Arthur.
Meow.
And it was helpful. And I wasn't having issues. I was trading at that point. But it helped other people
Cool.
tremendously. So thank you. And Robert, thank you for dummying it up for us. I mean, you are amazing. I
Thank you.
appreciate you so, so much. I mean, and yeah, you get in our face when you need to, but you do it so nicely.
I love you guys.
You do it so nicely. So thank you I still felt bad, but I get why. And that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Right?
I think the best way that I can explain it, Lisa Marie, is if I know that, we're going to Dubai and we're all going to go there. And I'm like, Lisa, is there any way possible that you can actually pack some clothes? You know what I mean? Can you get your tickets? Can you meet me at the airport? You know what I mean? It's like,
Mhm.
well, you don't understand. I don't have a suitcase. And it's like, well, call a friend or
Right.
family member. Ask them if they got a suitcase. So that's all I do. I try
Yeah.
to encourage people and get them to believe that, wow, it's possible and they can pull it off. And
Mhm.
yeah, I know people don't like to be pushed. It's like, yeah,
Well, we got to get over that hump. It's like I try to think, every time I feel this way, I'm going through another growing spurt. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to come out on the other end a better person. So
yeah. You're if you're kayaking, just always go back to if you were going to teach somebody how to do that. Because if you're going to teach her how to kayak, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble because you're just going to go, no, I don't like water. Is any water going to splash in my face?
yep.
Possibly. Then that's a hard no for me. I don't. And you can say,
Pull over.
yeah,
It's
and
over.
and then you could say, well, listen, we got a nose plug, and no one's ever drowned in this life jacket. And she says that ain't going to happen. Yeah, I'm just telling you.
I'm telling you, Terry, that is the most relaxing thing I have ever done.
I bet
I
it's
swear.
wonderful. I bet it's
And
wonderful.
to see all the nature, the wildlife, I mean, it's breathtaking. It is
And then you
so
got, yeah,
peaceful.
and then you got the scared people, right? And there's like, well, wait a minute, didn't I see a video with some women and otters? I mean, women in kayaking and a bunch of otters attacked them and put them in the hospital.
Here,
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
like,
ear and everything. And they're so
oh my
cute.
goodness.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Scars all over her face. I mean, if her two friends wouldn't have helped her, they would have killed her.
oh yeah,
Crazy enough.
Yeah.
I think they're
Oh my goodness. That's nuts.
they're crazy.
yeah. You Google it. Go to
I
YouTube.
will.
Women attacked by otters in kayak.
Montana.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Well,
so be careful now.
I will. I get worried about the beavers because they can be nasty too.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Did you see that one video where I was up on top of a beaver dam and it was extended all the way across the river?
Oh
There
my
was
God.
no portaging anywhere. I had to
Wow.
go over it.
Oh my God.
I was stuck on top. And Freddie's like cheering me on. You can do it, Scooter. You can do it.
Well, I'm proud of you, Lisa Marie.
Okay,
proud
and
of
I do thank you. And I want to thank Matthew. This was an eye-opening thing that I asked him to do for me quite a while ago. I had joined that Clickly. My intention was to build an email list, right? So, and I just kind of had I was worried about it a little bit. So I asked Matthew, I said, if he could check that company out for me and give me his opinion. And he did. And he said, I would stay away from that. So I finished out the month. I didn't renew or anything, but in that time, I gained 10,900 email
Oh my
addresses.
gosh.
Mm-hmm. Right. In the month's time. So I'm thinking I got to do something with these, right? At least so I got some money
What
back.
what if it was a distraction? I mean,
Well,
if you like emails, I can send you over 48,000.
no, thank you.
Why? If you like
Because
emails, any of you guys got extra emails? Lisa Marie, what's your email address? I got some
No,
files to
now
send
give
you.
me a minute. Let me
Oh,
finish.
okay.
Stop it. Okay. There, Coach Bob suggested to me to run them through a sorter of some sort to give you the valid ones.
Okay.
Guess how many were valid?
How many?
136.
Out of how many?
10,000.
10,900. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, yes, that was a huge
Do you
distraction.
remember the story that when I first built our first website, and of course I'm naive, I don't know. And then a guy sends me an email and he says, "Hey, listen, I'll get your site hit by a million clicks." I was going like, who in the hell doesn't want that? I sent him some money. Our site got hit by like 1,3 million clicks. You could watch it on Google. And not one person put their name or email in. And I was like, so these guys must have a software that just keeps hitting your website, like fake followers and fake YouTube views. And so I got scammed on that one. I got scammed on that one. Then all of a sudden a guy says, well, listen, because I'm not going to fall for that anymore. I'm not a moron. You know what I mean? So then I get an email from another person because I think they're all connected together. And they're going, listen, we don't do clicks. I will go, awesome. We actually get people that will actually put their name and email in. I went, that's what I'm looking for. I think we got like 8,000 people that opt in.
Wow.
No one bought anything. No one ever replied to any of the emails. So everything that you're looking for until
Just do the tough.
Yeah.
Just gotta do the shit.
yeah,
You gotta
and
do the shit because the easy way doesn't fucking work, and they just take your money. We've had lots of people take our money, and
So-
it's annoying.
yeah. So I wanted to make
It
you feel
is.
good, Lisa Marie, because
Yeah.
what we do, watch what we do. We put out into the universe that I really don't want to do this stuff, so there's got to be a shortcut. And the universe goes, your wish is my command.
And yeah. And the
And-
shortcuts, just like TradeX. I mean, you gotta go in there and you gotta go through the shit.
Yeah.
Gotta go through the shit.
You
like I
gotta
said,
go through the shit.
I laugh at myself because I really do know how stupid and naive I am,
Me
And so
too,
I
right?
just went, I'm okay with being stupid and naive. I'm not going to beat myself up. And
Yeah.
that's when I did that short video about tap and trade. So I go, listen, no one's going to do this for me. So I'm not going to ask Josh. You guys always tell you, I always tell you, ask for help. That no question stupid. I'm going like, I'm not going to reach out to Josh Wagle and ask them if there's a telegram group that just sends out signals for tap and trade. I go, I'm not going to ask him.
Right.
I could have, but I didn't. So I open up Akashx community, and if you guys haven't watched the video, I'm going like one at a time. And I'm going, whoa, tap and trade alerts. I click on it. Jenna posts at the top. I always now, if you guys go into a Telegram thread of any kind, just go to the top and look at the things that got a pin on them, because that's the admin saying this is an important video. So I clicked on tap and trade. I clicked on it, and right away underneath there, she said, hey, listen, if you just want the signals, go to this group. I went to the group. I was already a member, but I muted it out. And I'm like, what's this? Because they also give trade signals, but they also do tap and trade. So then I
found
unmuted
several
it.
groups like
Yeah.
that I had muted. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I unmuted it. And then I went, before I do, I'm going to look at the video, and I'm going to go up here and to search and put tap. I put TAP. Woo. I think there was 368 messages in there on tap and trades. And then I went, okay, let me look at the newest ones. I was
Is
going
that
like,
what you do when there's so many? You just go right to the newest and
yeah. And guess what? The ones that I took from Javid were there. The one that I took from Johnny Lale was there. Am I saying his last name? Anyone want to correct me?
I think it's Lale. Yeah.
Lale. Okay. And then I accidentally took one from Muhammad.
I did
Accidentally.
too. I saw that con and
But I made his last name's the same, and I clicked on that, and thank God he's taking care of me. That one won. And then I did one from Matty Pips that it started and ended right away. It like opened up and like he shut it down. And
I think
so
I had that one too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think I made $3 on that one. So
Mhm.
so far I've only done 6 trades.
Yeah. I've only done 9.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and I tried a couple because I took in a live session. I thought I really like how he's explaining things.
Yeah,
So
I did a live one too. I was just chicken shit. Or
Yeah.
I would say I was either chicken shit or I was just like he said do this, this, and this, and I was like, I'm not ready. Like the kayak, right? Just not ready. I'm just
Shut the fuck up.
So we need to give you
Hey,
shit and
listen,
say just
every
get over
home that
yourself.
we lease, right, in California, we can't lease the house unless it has the pool and jacuzzi. She's not going to get in it.
The dogs like to swim. If kids come over, they can swim. It's nice to look at the water. All right.
Hey, you know,
Get
you'd
off
be
my ass.
surprised what we do for our animals,
I
right?
know.
Oh yeah,
They do.
They
yeah.
like a nice clean pool.
That's right. They
Yeah.
need their luxuries too. Absolutely.
Exactly. Right.
Right.
Well, Lisa Marie, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. You're such a pleasure to talk to, and I already knew that you're a wonderful person. But you know,
Wow.
I love this conversation with you today.
Yeah. And I do want to share one small win.
Okay.
I actually made my first Bitcoin purchase today, and I paid for a new challenge with it. So that
wow.
was huge for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know my feelings about this.
Uh,
mean-
yeah. When you think about it, you know, I've lost a lot of money on Bitcoin, lot of money. But I was setting up my Cash App this time to receive money.
I did too. I got mine set up for TradeX Mastery. So
Yeah.
with my affiliate thing in.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
so it's because I think I always share with you guys the way I feel. You know what I mean? And you know, I almost didn't do the affiliate marketing because I went back there and Josh goes, listen, you know, you need to promote your affiliate links. He goes, this is you, and I shared you guys the imagination he did with me. You know what I mean? And I went in there, and as soon as it said you got to put your Bitcoin address in to get paid, I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, that's how I
it's
got
like-
all anxious and
Yeah.
it was like I did
So
it though.
now
I
I'm
did.
taking baby steps, and of course, I'm really good, you guys, at you know, I just don't want to think about it, right? And so, how many times have I showed you guys my NVIDIA account, right? It looks pretty freaking awesome now. You know, would you ever think that it would go that freaking low and then rebound back past where I bought it?
It did. Wow.
So this is teaching me discipline because I'm putting money in it. And I probably shared this with you guys already, but when you change your mindset, things change for you. You know, when you know better, you do better. That's Maya Angelou, right? This time when I look at this chart, because it's green, you know what I brag about? See all those low points, Lisa Marie?
Mm-hmm.
I bought at every one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
bought at every low point of the stock. Now, 2 weeks ago, when I was showing it, I wasn't proud of that. Because it went from here all the way down to here and it was red. And I'm going like, wow, I'm a genius, man. I'm like, my account's like, 4%, 5%, or 16% in the red. You know what I mean?
What was the date of that low point, the lowest point?
God, just recently. I don't know. Yeah, I let me see. I can tell you. It was less than a week ago. Look at that chart.
Yeah, because I just put like 15 grand into that NVIDIA right before that, but now I'm okay. So
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So so
I
Karen,
don't think it's gonna, I think it's gonna keep going higher.
I'm believing that.
Yeah,
I'm
for
believing
sure.
that. I think that the people that did do it because it was Hannah, I got inspired by Hannah. I shared it with you guys. I really truly believe, 4 years, 5 years from now, people are like, Lisa, how you doing? And you go, man, I couldn't be better. And it's like, on the other side of money, I don't have to worry about anything. And they're going, how did you do that? And you could say, well, I got involved in NVIDIA 5 years ago. And they're going, fuck, are you kidding me? See, it'll be the same thing as people go, how are you doing? And I go, I'll tell you how good I'm doing. I bought Apple 10 years ago.
Right?
And it's like, you don't even have to say anything. You just got it. They're like, God dang,
Damn.
I wish I would have bought stock back then,
Mhm.
And you're going,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's one of my cash flows because I'm also a trade star. What? Oh yeah, the amount of money I make in my trading because I can take risk because I don't have to worry about money because of my Nvidia stock. I could lose, $1 million and it doesn't phase
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
And people are going, "Who are you? Who are you?" You see what I'm saying?
I
And it's
tell
like,
people who you are all the time.
so
I
that's
do.
that's the imagination. And of course, way before then, you think 3 years out. But when you got that kind of money rolling in, and by the way, I have like 10,000 traders, in this company called Akashx, and they pay me every month. They pay their membership. It's like life is pretty awesome. It's really awesome. And they're
Yeah.
like, why didn't you tell me about it? Oh, I saved the email. I definitely fucking told you about it. You told me it was a scam.
Right? You know what? You gotta at least tell people about this because down the road they're gonna say, why didn't you tell me? But you know
Right.
what? It is our duty to inform people
Yeah.
because you don't get opportunities to play with other people's money
No.
ever. I mean, my gosh, if you wanted to learn, this is perfect. All the
So,
older people, you guys out there,
ah,
I mean, the ones that are so afraid to be online because, they get scammed and this
right.
and that. And if they could just open their ears just a
Mhm.
little bit. I had to because I was dead set against it
Mhm.
also. I had to listen at some point, and I did. I heard it. So here I am. And unlike Bill, I don't know jack shit, but I don't know jack
Hey,
shit.
do you know how refreshing it is? You guys, it's like I rewatched my testimony that I did on that big video, right?
Mhm.
And you know, Ollie said some really nice things about me.
He did. He
But
did.
the one thing that he said about me that was really, really nice, he goes, to see something like, this guy, a legend, being a student
Mhm.
is impressive because he knows a lot of people that are older than me or my age or a little younger, and they already know everything. Just fucking ask them. You know what I mean? Um, I love being a student around a bunch of these young people that, they have the energy that I had in my 20s and 30s.
Right.
It's like, man, I'm going to crush the world and there's nobody that can stop me from doing it. And that's the way I feel then. And I feel that way now. So now I just get to promote and edify these guys.
Right.
And then we were laughing at a really funny thing that Josh said that, he said, Robert, you need to find a way to get to Las Vegas. And I was going, why? And he goes, I just love hanging around these young guys. And what did you say?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You said,
Me
Josh,
too.
Josh is 33. Who is he calling young guys?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you got, a 12-year-old?
I think Maddie and Ollie and all these guys are older than Josh. That's freaking crazy.
That is.
Yeah,
That
because
is.
they're all in their mid 30s and late 30s. And it's like, hey, I'm 39. Hey, I'm 38. And they're all working, for Josh's company and he's 33. It's like we were laughing. I
Impressive
think I brought this
features.
up already. It's like Josh gets on this presentation with an unironed white shirt. You know what I mean?
Listen, that I liked about them, because we went to when they opened up one of their offices, when we first got in, they had Converse tennis shoes on, a pair of regular jeans, and a sweatshirt. And I'm like, these fucking people are my people.
Craig was there, Melody was there. We all went there for the opening of that company. Yeah, their first office,
Yeah.
so
Not dressed up, none of that shit.
yeah.
Right.
I love going to the conventions and wearing whatever the hell I want. That dress
Absolutely.
crap is not for me.
Yeah, be yourself.
Yep.
Yep.
And being able to be yourself.
Yep.
It's huge, yeah. But anyway, thank you for the time.
Thank you. I love you,
Yeah.
man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to hear that Arthur was able to help you and Faith. I know Faith sometimes felt like she was going to jump off a bridge.
She
And I was
did.
like, listen.
I felt my heart went out to her. It did. And I just wanted to help her so much,
I just wanted to reach out to her and go, listen, they offer these things with different cell phone carriers where they'll give you an Apple phone for free. You know what I mean? It's like, but
Yeah.
then Akashx, Arthur saved all the Android people.
Well, I think so. And I passed it along, to my team and I think Charlie's got it now. So hopefully Susie, and I don't know. We'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah. Is Arthur still, did you have a question? Because I seen your thumb went down. Okay, cool. Put your thumb back up. All right.
Yeah, I got Arthur covered on that one.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Love you. Have a great day.
Fun tonight.
All right, Lisa Marie, thank you so very much. And yes, I got Arthur. He's already in my head on that coming up. Jody is coming up, and I just wanted to share that, again, I will post in the Imaginators Telegram because I got to download it and then repost it so that everybody gets it. So it'll be in the Imaginators Telegram after we are done here. So thank you very much.
Get some sleep. What the hell, man?
All right. So before we hit Arthur, let's go ahead and hit up Jody Falcon. Jody.
He looked like he was trying to eat the camera. It was like, no, I'm kidding. Okay, you're just yawning.
All right, go for it, Jody.
Guys, oh my God, this is the best entertainment anywhere. Being with you all, that is for sure.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So, I just have three things I want to hit on real quick. So
Sure.
about 40 minutes before we got together, I downloaded to my Facebook and Instagram story your 4-minute video. And it only is going to play like 25 seconds of it. So you can also turn your story into a reel, which I did.
Okay, got it.
And I made I posted in the reel. If you are curious to see the rest of the 4 minutes, put yes in the comments.
Oh, wow.
Since we've been together, I've gotten 3 yeses.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Hercules.
I haven't checked my Instagram stories yet. So I would love to go to Dubai. However, last year, the United Arab Emirates passed a law, 0 tolerance for anything, all things CBD and or THC, immediate jail time.
Yeah.
I did the same when I was, making plans for Cabo. I wanted to know about Mexico. Well, I had to order the broad spectrum white cap bottle. So I'll enjoy videos and reels and pictures of you all because personally for me medically, I cannot go more than 2 days without the full spectrum. Otherwise, I lose control of both arms and I'll be hardly able to walk. So
Wow.
I'm gonna, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, third last thing. Outside my pretty blue house here in Palm Beach County, things are pretty fucking crazy. The state of Florida is having primary elections, right?
Oh, right.
very dear friend of mine, her name is Jean, asked me to volunteer for her campaign. And she's running for one of the judge seats for Palm Beach County. So yesterday I'm out in the freaking heat advisory of 110 degrees at the local library, and I got my girlfriend Jean's sign, and everything. And I purposefully positioned myself so that when the cars drove in, I had the last sign that they would see before they actually go in to vote. So, and I'm waving and smiling, etc. My first hour there, 7 different people came up to me and said, "We voted for your girl because of your smile."
Wow.
So, you know what, people, my loves, please smile.
Yeah.
It's no cost to you. Oh, and when you smile, you use fewer facial muscles than when you frown. So it's healthier for you, and you never know the impact you're going to make. So thank you. I love you.
Thank you for
You're the
sharing.
best. Everybody,
Thanks,
all of you.
Thanks for the info on Dubai, because I always take Delta 8s and
Oh,
I
no.
take our CBD. I took it to
Right.
Mexico. I've taken it to Mexico every time we've gone.
Oh my gosh. Oh, also,
She's a risk taker. I've known her for her whole life. She's like, watch me get these in. So,
okay,
as long
well,
as she doesn't take, shell casings to Turkish Cancos or whatever it is.
yeah, the Turks and Caicos, yeah. And a lot of those people are Florida people, so we're a big gun state here in Florida. But my dad that raised me was Lebanese, and as an American, especially a woman, you never want to do anything that'll put you in jail in the Middle East. Okay.
Yeah. I think I told myself I'm not going to be the drug person this time that everybody can
Right.
because that's what happens. I give them to Josh and Jenna, and I give them to other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Think about this.
So let them know.
Okay, just think about this, you guys. Josh and Jenna are no way going to take the chance.
Right. They didn't go to take it in Mexico.
So they don't bring anything, but they ask her because they know that
exactly. I saw that in Cabo.
I'm going to be in my drinking phase in Dubai instead of my weed phase. I'm going to be in my drinking phase in Dubai.
Yes, correct.
But
absolutely.
Terry's been on there going, do you know you can't swear anywhere? Because
the housewives of Dubai, and you can't argue outside of the house and stuff.
Oh, right.
Robert's screaming at people. He's gonna
all the time. What the? Yeah.
Yeah. One more thing. Whoops. It just left.
I love that.
All right. I love you guys.
I love you too. If it whips back, raise your hand again.
Okay. Bye.
I love you. I love you, Jody.
Love you, Terry. Love you. Bye.
Jody, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get back to Arthur. Arthur, go ahead. Open up and please share. And I believe we will wrap it up here on the Imaginators with Arthur.
Okay.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh my God, I got another one while we're on here.
Oh yeah?
Another what?
Yeah.
Another Akashx person.
I just wanted to say that, well, for Faith's issue, her issue too, her phone was like locked, so she couldn't add any apps to her home screen or move the icons around. So I had to show her how to unlock her screen so that she could do it and download the thing. But I raised my hand because I had a hard time finding that Imagine post. I thought it was in Trade Stars, but it was in the Inner Circle. And then
post?
the Imagine one, the one that you posted that Josh sent to you.
Oh, right.
I posted it here in the chat, but I was reading it last night and was like meditating on it last night, reading it this morning, meditating on it this morning. And then when I was reading it this morning and then you came on, you're like, oh, I send out my TradeX Mastery link because, for the people that fail. And I'm like reading the post and like, Josh even put in there that the average person buys 2 or 3 challenges. And I'm like, oh, I'm
Yes.
already on my second one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he already knows that people are probably going to fail the challenge and have to buy another one.
Yeah. Just because we're human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because we're human. I'm not trying to ever say, and I hope you guys never feel this way. I'm the only thing that I tell you guys is how blessed things are is I do know one thing about me is I really, really don't have a mental thought at all what other people think about me. And I knew I had to learn that through all the crap that I went through as a child, because I knew no matter where I went, people would go, well, does that boy have a father or a mother? It's like it never ever failed. And there's a lot of those moments for me, right? Because I was in the Boy Scouts, right? And so, we did the Pinewood Derby and I got common sense. I know book smarts, right? And so I made my car so thin and it had to weigh a certain amount. So I made my car so thin. And then what I did is I drilled holes on the front of it. I must be 9, 10. And I melted lead from sinkers for fishing, melted them down, poured them in the front of the car. So all the weight was in front of the car. And I kicked everyone's ass. I was like, and I'm winning and everyone's like, wow, this kid wins. And it's like, I'm standing there getting my trophy and people are like, where in the hell is his mom and dad? And it's like, yeah. So I had a lot of those moments in my life. So, and that
So have I. So
yeah.
have I.
And then learning a disability, it's like, yeah, that's that special kid. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm special. You know what I mean? It's so it really, so now when I got older, I just kept doing stupid stuff and getting in trouble and getting locked up. I got written up on the front page of my city's newspaper. Robert Hollis arrested for stealing bear truck.
So you're famous.
Yeah. And so every time I've taken her to anything we're doing there, it's like, hey, Bobby Hollis, you still smash beer cans on your head? And it's like, it's hilarious to me because, when I graduated from the North Dakota State School of Science and by cheating, you know what I mean? It's like now I'm on the honor roll, I'm on the dean's list. Well, that made the front page as well. You know what I mean? And it's just like, me and my son Matt were always talking about, doing a documentary. And it would be fun to go back and talk to people in Williston, North Dakota. Hey, tell me a little bit about Bobby Hollis. It was like, that is not the guy I know. People, well, Peter and Linda invited me to come to Canada, and I'm not allowed in Canada. You guys want to hear a funny story, a quick one? If you try to find my juvenile record in the United States, you cannot find it. You can't find anybody's juvenile record. That's the way it's supposed to be. Canada has my juvenile record. Let that play with your head. So I went there for a speaking engagement. All the person said to me, have you ever been arrested? I said, yes, I have. And they go, great. See you later. Hand me my passport. And the guy said, go this way. I walked like about 10 feet and started walking down this hallway. And it was the longest hallway I ever seen with no escape. I started walking down that hallway and I got to the end and they said, please sit down. I was there for 9 hours. And they're like,
but didn't you get in a couple times before that?
Yeah.
And then he got stuck and...
Yeah. And then they went through my record. They're going, you said you're arrested. I said, yeah. And they go, do you know if you had this record in Canada, you'd still be in prison? And I was like, hey, I was stupid and made some mistakes. And he looked at me and he goes, and for that reason, we don't want you here. We're taking you to the next airplane.
We're taking you to the train station.
We're taking you to the next airplane and you're on it. And the first thought that I had in my mind is where's the plane going? They did not care. I forget where they put me on a plane. I ended up at a place that I wasn't even going because I was supposed to. I was there. I was there where I needed to be in Montreal, Canada. And it's like, no, you're in the airport. We'll take you to a plane and you'll land someplace in the United States. Don't come back here again. And I went, you can count on it. No, I've been everywhere else in the world. Not everywhere, but golly, probably 20 countries, 30 countries, easy. And it's like, Canada's like, yeah, you're not welcome here. And I thought, well, you accept Peter and Linda. It's like, I didn't get why they wouldn't let me in there. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Peter and Linda apparently don't break the law. So that's what happens when you break the law. Don't break the law.
So yeah, you guys know I'm kidding. I love you guys. So Arthur, what were you going to say?
I was just gonna say that I felt really bad when I lost the challenge and was going through the emotions of that. And I was like feeling like a failure. But then like after hearing you talk about it on the AMA, and then after reading that again, Josh saying most people buy 2 or 3, the average person, I'm like, well, I guess I'm average then, going out there, and I was just a little too wild with the trades or whatever. But
well, I'm
now.
I'm here to correct you, right?
Yeah.
You're far from fucking average. I mean, we're sometimes you have a lot of gifts and talents. I love who you are. I love the way you think, and we can be above average human beings because I know as we know each other, you're just going to continue to figure this out. You just have that kind of tenacity. You just, you're gifted, bro, whether you know it or not. That doesn't stop a gifted person from doing average shit, though.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say. I would say that,
Well, I take chances.
People look at me probably way, way more than I am as a human being, but I make stupid mistakes. I get caught speeding every once in a while. One of the funniest stories ever is that I got a ticket for speeding, right? And then Terry gets pulled over by the same guy. And he says, can I see your registration? And so Terry grabs the registration as she's handing it to the cop. She's going, listen, she said, I don't know why my husband scribbles on stuff like that. You know what I mean? And he looks at it and he goes, that's not him. That was me scribbling on it.
I go, he uses all kinds of pieces of paper for scratch paper. And he's like, well, I wrote that stuff down.
So he scribbled stuff on the registration. And apparently the rest of maybe the highway patrolmen and the cops do that. And they're like, this is not his first time. So if you guys notice, little things that they do is like when they walk up to your car and they put their hand on the back of the car, it's so, you run over him or you kill him, and then they find your car and they put the fingerprints on the back of the car. And it's like, you said you didn't have anything to do with this highway patrolman or this police, but he's got your fingerprints on the back of your car. You're going to prison. And it's crazy the little stuff they do, but I had no idea that they had this secret code where I'm just going to scribble on the left hand bottom corner of their registration. And so then they say, can I see your, insurance and registration? You hand it to, and it's like, man, there's 6 people that has pulled this asshole over. So maybe there's not like a warning this time. It's like, that last one was a warning, you know what I mean? So that's funny. You catch these things.
We live in a small place, by the way.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So
for the same highway patrol.
Yeah, everyone that gets a ticket. That's his jurisdiction, is his little hot spot where he nails people, I'm sure.
Now I'm cautious there, so.
But yeah, Arthur, I wanted you to hear that, and I really, really appreciate you going out of your way to help Faith. That's special.
Well,
man.
It's something that I did for Craig anyway. I made a video for him because I figured that he was going to have that question again. So I made it. And
Craig's an Android owner?
Yes, I am.
So
But I
many,
figured he was
there's
gonna
so many
probably.
weird things I find out about this guy, and I've known him for years. You know?
I made it for him because I
Robert,
was
ever
showing him
since
how
I've
to.
known you, I'm an Android user.
Because he was asking me how to do the screen record, so I did a screen record showing him how to do
And
a
I
screen
found
record.
that, and I appreciate that. It's
And
yeah.
then I'm like, well, he's probably going to need this too. So I just recorded how to save the Akashx website as because Josh made it a web app. So when you do that, it creates this little icon that says iMarket Live, which makes it a web app now on your phone. You just click it like it's a regular app, and it just goes to the site.
Wow.
So all these people that have issues with, oh, I can't do the tap to trade. Well, I can't either. I just open up the web app that I put on my phone, and I can do them.
Wow.
Wow.
People,
Wow.
people.
But
Yeah,
But I
and
was
you
like,
guys,
oh,
you guys know that I'm joking when I talk about whatever electronic device that you have. I could really care less. As long as you figure out how to use it.
yeah. So I recorded that and I sent it to Craig because I was like, well, he's probably going to ask this question, so I'll record it and I'll send it to him anyway. And
Thank
then
you.
Faith reached out to me. She's like, well, how do I do this? I saw your post in Telegram about it, and then I showed her, and she couldn't do it. And then Lisa Marie asked, and I sent her that. Then Faith said her screen is locked. She's like, I don't know, maybe something wrong with the app. I'm like, it's not the app, it's your phone.
Wow. Well, thank you, Arthur. I mean that's very nice of you. That will come back to you. That's why I said you're far from average. You're not average.
Thank you. So I was just
Yeah.
putting it out there that I was reading through that Imagine post, and that's where like my focus is going to be, and meditating on that.
Yeah.
Right now, your numbers are low enough where I could probably maybe catch up and keep up with you.
I every one of you can. I'm telling you that I've been doing the same stuff, and all I'm doing, which you guys, because you've been in the inner circle and you've been in Imaginators, Arthur, you're really, really, really smart. What do you think that I do that allows me to create this kind of momentum?
It's a combination of things, I think.
Sure.
One is that you're blasting it out everywhere on every social media platform, and you're constantly doing it. So people that are following you that aren't friends with you, or maybe both, they are seeing your post constantly. You know, the stalkers.
Yeah.
But they already know of you because you've been in this industry for like so long that they want to learn it from you. So then now they're like, oh, this is my opportunity. So they jump in.
Yeah. And Peter, yeah, you guys, when I tell you that I've been planting this seed game, I've been planting seeds of goodwill for 37 years.
Right.
And so, you know, how many people have I reached out to? It the number one common denominator, the 22 people that I've brought in so far, is I've been stalking you for years.
And that's the thing is, you know, some of these people, they've been in the industry and you probably talked to them 5 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you have that lead on all of us because you were planting those seeds way back then. And then when I was watching that training yesterday, that one guy who said, you know, he was out of the business for like so long and made like multi-million. And he's like, this is like the first opportunity. It's like made me think of like, well, all these people are coming out of retirement because maybe they haven't seen a company that's actually good to want to work. So they just sit out.
Yeah, they jumped in a bunch of things and did affiliate things, and then you know, virtually everyone I know. I was telling this to a guy the other day, is, you know, I'm very, very blessed to be a part of Elite Group. And Eric Worre put this investment thing together, just for all of us to say what we're going to do to get our money to the next level, right? And there's 280 people in there. You have to verify that you've made 7 figures. And so over the years that he's done this years ago. And to watch how many people jumped in some kind of investment or crypto scam and just lost their money. And one time I reached out and I said, I know I've never said anything in this group, But I'm telling you guys what, I can tell you an investment that I did, and it made me 1.2 million last year. And everyone's like, tell me, tell me, tell me. I said, I'm still investing in people, and I made all my money in network marketing, and I think you guys should get back in it. So they were like, and you should have seen all the posts underneath there. Fucking Robert, I'm going, listen, you guys learned a skill, and you focus on helping other people. The way to greatness is the service of others. And the very first thing you want to do with your money is throw it into an investment so you don't have to work with people anymore. Yeah, that's Terry. Yeah. It's like, hey, do you have to give all the money to charity? It's like,
I'd love getting money then.
but it is hilarious that when you think about leverage, Bill and I were talking, when you think about leverage and residual, every company that you guys admire or not admire for being worth billions or trillions of dollars has one thing: people. It's impossible. So if you're dealing with Forex or crypto, or you're dealing with stock market in any country whatsoever, you're dealing in real estate, you're dealing in Airbnbs, any damn way that you can think about making money is impossible without people. And it's like, I got taught that years ago. You know what I mean? And it's like, and this is what my mentor would say. He says, I got a riddle for you guys. You guys ready for this joke? I hope you don't miss it. Where does money come from?
People.
And people said, banks, gold, Wall Street, blah, 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 blah. They print it, all of this stuff, right? And he goes, no, it's people. And then his phrase would always be, you don't see a dog with a wallet. You know what I mean? And he says, so to think of the trillions, multiple trillions of dollars that are moving all over the world. And it's just going from person to person, person to person, person to company that's owned by people. You know what I mean? That employ people. It's really bizarre when you just think, wow, so like, I think Bill said that is like, so the people that are playing with the money and doing things for money is the same people that are messing up with the money. And it's just like this whole concept with me watching the stock market and me going to a casino. All I see with my analytical head is someone's playing with a computer that somebody programmed. And what do most most casinos do when they do blackjack? Something that's predictable. Oh, they got to have a 3 or a 5 deck shoot. Everything is odds, and it's not in your damn favor. You know what I mean? And I'm going like, you don't build $1 billion casino next to another $1 billion casino, and one says win, and the other one says encore. And it's like, I wonder where you guys got all their money. It's from you, dummy.
Yeah, I've always said that I never gamble like in Vegas on anything. I don't ever do gambling there. I'm like, these places weren't built on losers.
Right.
They
No.
are built on winners, and the only game that you really have a slight chance is blackjack. The rest of it, the odds are way in the favor of the casino.
Yeah, like roulette. There was I forget what and because there again, we could talk about this forever. It's like, high risk, high reward. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When we talked about, one of the things when I talked about the thing on the AMA yesterday, and then also the corporate training that Jefferson put together, is it never came up, and I thought maybe the reason that it didn't come up is because I was just trusting my heart and going with what I knew, right? But I had in my notes the word lottery, and I just think that people really would have got pissed off at that, as I'm going like, you say that you don't use your imagination, but everyone uses their imagination, either good or bad. So I just went into that training wanting it to be not about me, but all positive. And so that's why that didn't come up. And because there's 3 groups of people. One group of people that are not aware of the lottery. Another group of people that know about the lottery, but they will never stop Dino in their head. I don't win anything. You know what the odds are? This is freaking stupid. What a waste of money. And then you got the Imaginators. It's like, and then I thought of one other step. There's an Imaginator community person, and we all know who they are. They're at work. You know what I mean? The Coach Bob that's walking around to every employee going, I'm going to go buy some tickets for the lottery. It's $300 billion. You want to give me $10? Look at Coach Bob. I just know your guys' person. You guys don't know that. I really know your personalities. And Bob's going like, I'm going to help these people out. I love them. I'm going to go get lottery tickets anyway. So let's do an office pool. Office pool. Look at it go. And it's like, so he's taking responsibility for writing down how much money everyone got him, how many tickets they're going to get, and when they win it, how much everybody gets. And I love those people. I really love people like Coach Bob. And it's like, and like all of you, we all got that part of us, or you wouldn't have did that Android video. And so, we'll attract the people that just say, listen, I'm going to figure this out. And I know I'm going to figure it out. And it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Josh reached out to me and he goes, do you know this guy? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, he just bought a $200 challenge, $200,000 challenge. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, he's probably the only person that followed the directions. Because he knew, because of the email, that he was an Akashx person of mine. So before, so when customer service told me 90% of the people that have signed up for this promo and the one before it in July, 90% of the people haven't put their email into TradeX Mastery.
That's crazy. I did it like right away, right when I got the email.
Me
and
too.
You were like, how did you do that so fast? I'm like, I did it right when I got the email, set everything up.
So isn't it funny, you guys, that we have people that are in the chats? I know I bring up the same stuff all over again, but there's people in the chats going, I don't know how to trade. And no one knows that. You go, well, when did you purchase your Akashx membership? What's Akashx?
Delete. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm telling you, man, me and Matt have built big businesses, and Matt hated to be customer service. That's why we won't do that anywhere. It's like you guys have heard that. I'll say this joke. It was a recording. I don't know if you guys ever heard it. I know we could find it on YouTube. It is an actual recording, I think, of a tech person talking to a guy about his computer. And it starts out by him going, I can't get this thing to work. I just unboxed it. And the guy's like, well, that's okay. You're pressing the power button. Yeah. All right. He goes, is it plugged in? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, will you please check for me? Guy was being really patient. And then he's on hold for like 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And he goes, yeah, it's plugged in. And they just keep going back and forth. And he goes, I really don't know how to help you. And he goes, can I ask you another question? He goes, sure. And he says, did you go underneath your desk? Is it plugged under your desk? He goes, no, the plug-in's not under my desk. And he goes, why did you need a flashlight? And he says, well, the electricity is off here. And so
Should have plugged it in before the electricity went out.
they condensed it because you heard him take a deep breath. And he goes, do you still got the box for the computer? And he goes, yeah, is there something wrong with it? He goes, what do you need to do is you need to box it up and take it back. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I got a bummed computer. And he goes, dude, you're too fucking stupid to have a computer. So I'm sure he got fired, but he spent all this time, and the guy's like, it won't turn on. Our electricity hasn't been on. So it's like, what the hell, man?
I used to do tech support, so I completely understand that. I did it for for a dial-up company, trying to get dial-up internet on people's computers.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah. And then it switched over. Then they got into DSL internet, which is a little bit faster, and then trying to get that on their computer. So I understand completely what that guy like went through. Like some people that didn't put the CD in there. I've had them say, "Should I take my cup out of there?" I thought that was a cup holder. I'm like, I had a guy who took his mouse. I said, "Okay, point your mouse over on the screen," and he's picking up his mouse and putting it on the screen. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is like crazy. And then like I finally got out of doing tech support, just went and did back network support for Microsoft, setting up their machines and stuff. But it was very frustrating to say the least. But on that note, Cash
That could go forever telling you stuff about the stuff that he experienced too. It's just like ridiculous.
For the Cash App, just so you know, Terry, Cash App sometimes will, when I was trying to pay for the challenge, it kept saying, "We stopped this transaction for your protection." And so I'm like emailing them. I'm making this transaction. Because I'm trying to pay for the challenge, and the challenge gives you 15 minutes and a QR code and what you need to type in. So I would type in, I copied paste, that didn't work. And so like in the back office under billing on the TradeX Mastery, it showed like all these transactions said pending. But then the only thing that got it to work was on Cash App. There's like this little QR square thing up in the upper left-hand corner. I clicked that so it can scan the QR code. I just put it on the screen to scan, and then it finally went.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people having difficulty with that because they're, unfortunately everybody doesn't have money. And so I signed up this girl in the Philippines, and she couldn't like coordinate between all the different apps at the same time before she was running out of time.
Yeah, that was my problem. It's like, how are you supposed? And then like you open it up and it's like you have to go copy, and then it makes you like log into the app again, and then you're like, oh my gosh. And then it erases everything that you just copied and pasted in there. So then I found that little QR scan thing. I'm like, oh, that makes it so much easier.
Hey, Linda, come over here. We need some cleaning up.
That was all I had to say.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Have a good day.
I love you guys.
All right, you too.
All right. Well, Linda, you're going to be coming over to everybody's house whose camera's on here now. So
I got one dog that's like the sloppiest eater. He gets food everywhere. Right, Leo?
Okay, I guess we don't have anybody. I love and appreciate you guys. I hope that you don't mind that sometimes I love keeping these things a little light, and we're all friends, and I appreciate you, and thank you so much, and thank you guys for sharing no matter how you share. I just really love and appreciate you guys all being the I'm gonna have to watch the video again. Are you guys the lone nuts, the people that are following the crazy one, or I don't remember what it is. It's but yeah, I loved when all of a sudden when you believe that you can create momentum, you can. And most of us can't imagine that. And, for Craig and Melody and some people that have been around me forever, my wife and my son, watch what happens. I can show you screenshots when we built momentum at a company, and there was 15,000 paid members coming in a month. And I'm not the only one that believes that we caught the magic offer. People using other people's money and learning from experts that send you signals. It's, Joss is never going to stop working on this new little thing. And so trying to find people that would be interested in just using their app the way they use Uber and just the way they use DoorDash. I mean, it's going to be that. It's really going to be that. And so, yeah, I'm glad you guys are along for the ride, regardless if you're, looking at this as one of the things. But yeah, when you catch trends, it's like, if you've seen that message that I sent you guys, that Josh sent me, is no one else in the United States is doing this right now. We really truly have the monopoly. So when you have the best offer in town, you know that there's got to be other people that got a lot of money and a lot of engineers that want to be next in line. So when we first got involved with CBD and HempWorks, it was only illegal. It was only legal in 7 states. Isn't that crazy? And we still could send it to Canada. You know what I mean? Before they changed their laws. And so, and all the Commonwealth countries, and it just seemed like blinks of eyes, where it all of a sudden, regardless if you hate Trump or not, but when he stepped in, it was the first bipartisan thing. You had Schumer and McConnell that all agreed, along with Trump, that they needed to pass this CBD law, and it went into federal. It's one of the very first laws that the federal said it was legal in every state, and there's still states that say it's illegal. It's like the opposite of marijuana. So the Farm Act got passed, it got signed into law, and Swimmer has giant hemp farms in New York, and McConnell has giant hemp farms in Kentucky. It was like everyone's seen that was the right way to go. And in a blink of an eye, you can buy the most garbage CBD from every gas station on the planet, any store, whatever. And me, I still understand marketing, that I still know that our CBD is great. And Bob is, consistently on the leaderboard, because he knows how to market to the people that really want documented, CBD. So, I'm always telling people, if there's something that you need to feel urgency about, is just how many people that you can get into this before everybody starts to do it again. You know what I mean? And I just believe that I'll tell you one place where Josh is always going to have it over everybody. Josh does not skimp. He doesn't skimp. So the other companies come in, they say that they're going to get the registrations, they're going to get the licensing. Yeah, HempWorks is available. Yep. You should. Yep. That's the #1 product that I have in Hungary. And if you guys go to the leaderboard right now, go and look at the leaderboard at MDC, and they're all my people. It's like they did 50% off CBD, and they crushed it, man. They totally crushed it. They've already done. It's a little bit after the first of the month. They've already done 180,000 of volume in Hungary, Romania. Yeah, they're rock stars. I love them. But like I said, there's been like 4 or 5 companies that have tried this, and they do just like all scams do. It's like, we'll get legal and we'll do the stuff that's required in the United States because of the FTC and the Securities Exchange, all of that stuff. We'll do that once we make money. And then they just don't. Josh does stuff the total opposite. It's like, I remember one time where, when we were marketing hemp, there was like certain states we couldn't market to. Do you know that Josh had to hire a legal team to go to every state to get a license in every state to market CBD? Who does that? And so when Canada reached out and said, listen, we just passed a law, stop sending CBD to Canada. And he goes, okay, it's a law, I won't do it. Other companies are like, well, we're mailing it to Canada. And Josh was like, yeah, and one day you're going to be in big freaking trouble. Because Canada said, don't do that. No, we don't give a shit. You know what I mean? We're just going to keep sending it there. And so those companies are no longer in business. You have a federal government of another country saying, stop mailing stuff here. Right? And so I love and appreciate you guys. I know that Josh is got this, and I'm gonna just switch ponies and go from Lamborghini to Bugattis, and I'm gonna pour my heart and soul into Bugattis. I was even confused when they did Josh will constantly do promos for us. So, we all know that, the end of July, it was like, we're actually going to give you a Bugatti and a Lamborghini together. You know what I mean? It was called Trade and Travel. And that promo didn't go well. And so people are just too confused. I'm not against travel. I'm just saying that I can guarantee you, not being mean, that I reached out to more people than all you combined with dream trips. And that's when I realized that, man, people's mentalities are very short term. It's like, listen, you could give me a free trip. Give me a free trip to Budapest. I can't afford the airplane tickets. And if you guys try to market dream trips, that's the first question they ask. It's like, if you know that's the first question. So I'm talking to Peter and I'm going, listen, we're dream trips. It's a curated, it's the cheapest. Okay, I normally fly from Toronto to JFK. What's the cost of an airplane ticket? I'm going, what part of my conversation aren't you listening to? Well, if you can't save me money on air flights, I'm not interested. I'm going like, are you kidding me? And so if people are saying this over and over again, and you are acting like you're not listening to them, that's a fast way to lose a sale. And I go, well, Peter, listen, no one makes money on plane tickets. I'm sorry. It's like, well, I'm sorry. See you later. And so I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and let's all play together, man. Let's all play together. I love you.
All right. Yeah, let's get all plugged in together. That's what's going to do it. Bless you, Robert. Thank you very much. And Arthur, thank you so much for all of the things that you're doing to help us here with our Imaginator group and just with everybody, really.
Arthur, he's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. Yay, Arthur. Okay.
Woo! And by the way, there was a question in the chat. I'm just going to address it.
Sure.
If you ever want to find out what MDC products are available in all the countries, okay, I posted a link in the chat. It's product availability. It's on the MDC website. It's at the very, very bottom. If you just log on to mydailychoice.com, go all the way down, click on product availability, or I put the link in the chats. So if you want to find out, there it is. And big shout outs to each and every one of you for participating in today's Imaginators group. We love our Imaginators.
Yes.
And got to give shout outs to Bill Shoemaker, Lisa Marie Cook, Jody Falcon, Arthur Wainio for participating. If you want to save the chat, which there's a lot of information, YouTube, you'll have your chat in the post description below. It was also in the chat, or all that information. But if you're here with us on Zoom, go ahead and click the three dots in the meeting chat that says next to Imaginators. It's to the right there. And then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer once we conclude today. Big shout out to, of course, our other executive producer, Matt Hollis. Matt, bless you, my friend. Thank you so very, very much for being our foundation and the person behind the scenes helping this go. And of course, to Robert and Terry, bless you. Thank you so much for being our friends, our mentors, and our guides to success. And thank you for joining us on the Imaginators. We look forward to seeing you next time. Please, until then, be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. And I'm going to go ahead and unmute so we can all say so long for now.
Awesome.
Hi, Rebecca, Daniel, Kai, Matthew,
Everybody, love you all.
Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda.
Amazing.
It's like, I love you guys.
Terry.
Good to see you, Terry.
Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Karen,
Matt,
Chris, Melody, Mike, Coach
Love you guys.
Bob, Jerome,
love you guys.
Jody,
Have a great Sunday.
Dale, thank you so much. Arthur. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Matthew.